job anymore. I quit my job, sort of. I come from an engineering and MBA background. You will not find these problems in cities because you have services for it, right? Like Swiggy exists. And we didn't have water for 48 hours straight.
Wow.
So yeah, I miss masala dosa a lot. Pahadon mein, as a human being, you are like going very forward. There are perks of being a female when you're traveling in Himachal. Healthcare is really horrible in the mountains.
If to compare the cost of living from Bangalore to here, like is there a drastic difference, or what do you feel about it?
I think real estate wise there's not much difference because it's a tourist destination. But there's a lot of difference in terms of your daily expenditures that you make. You don't end up spending so much. Like in Bangalore, if I were to go meet somebody for a meeting, I would end up spending 1,000 rupees easily. You know, like cab and travel and cafes, you're going to pay somewhere, right? It's like, but here, I mean, you don't have to spend so much money in terms of like your daily expenditure. At least I spend probably around 1,000 rupees a week or something for like my supplies, extended also. So it can go up to like veggies and all whatever I get in for my own supplies, right? So it almost like reduces by 20%. You end up spending 20% of what you spent in a city.
Oh,
that's it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's actually
that's quite nice.
Yeah, it's actually
and you're getting less pollution. You're spending less money. You're getting Pahad.
Yeah, you're getting Pahad, and HRTC gives you women wave offs for women traveling in the buses and all that.
True.
So, I mean, everything is like, it's pretty convenient.
And now let's talk about one of the most frequently asked things, which is as to how you can really earn a living here. What are the ways to make ends meet over here? And you having tried two out of those ways, like.
I hit two ways probably, but tried a couple of different ways.
Actually. So you ran a homestay, cafe, and then now you're running a company which has to do, with agriculture and with being around here. So, what do you have to say about that?
I think when, at least from the background that I came, right? Like I quit my job and moved from a different part of the country altogether, right? So when I came here, I had no idea what I would make because I remember couchsurfing at one of my person's place in I think Indore, and he asked me how much money I have in my bank account, and I told him this, and he said, you're not going to make 2 months out of it, like you're going to have to go back in 2 months sort of. But I think once you start traveling, I think it also defies a very simple lifestyle also for yourself. Like you know exactly how much money you will need. It'll tell you that how much you will spend. You will be very conscious about it. You'll be more aware of where you want to spend, how you want to spend, and things like that, right? So I did a lot of volunteering, and I did a lot of volunteering not through any organizations, but just figuring out my own way of where I can put in my knowledge and skill set sort of. And the only thing I asked for as a bargain was for food and stay in return.
Okay. What kind of skills?
So I used to teach some of the kids maths and science. I used to teach them in a place called Grahan, which is about 4 hours away from Kasol on foot. I used to teach there. I stayed there for about 22 days just for food, and in return the villages gave me food and lodging sort of. I worked with a lot of handloom places here, just creating some digital awareness for them in return of like small things, like they could pay me like 1,000, 2,000 rupees or something, and that helped me with my stay and things like that. Then of course I reached a place where I finished all my money, exhausted all my savings, and I was like, now what? Like that's when it kicks in, right? Like, what am I going to do now, right? So I think a lot of my hobbies came into help there. I do artwork and painting, small paintings and all. So then I also cook food. So Kasol, I sold some handmade food, cooked food, and I put up some exhibitions for my art where people bought my art and gave me money for it and all that. So that helped me collect money for my further travel, and it also helped me realize that I don't really have to sit in a morning to evening setup or like a restricted environment for me to like lead life on. Like if you are accepting the fact that the basics is enough for you and to not living a fancy life or anything, I think you're sorted. Also to try and see if you want to lead like a better life, if you're deciding to live here and all, like what I did was I volunteered in some cafes and I also worked as internships in different cafes and restaurants, and I worked under different people here in terms of like just to understand everything here, and it helped me figure out what is the right way of earning money. It's always a struggle. You will end up just making as much as you need because you're trying to follow your passion, you're trying to do what you feel like. But I think once you reach that one, there's always I feel like I think I cracked like a formula of how I could work with the communities and work with the government and at the same time make money for myself, right? So I think that is something which I was very aware of, like this is exactly what I want to do. I'm not going to do anything other than this, So that helped me figure out. So once you do that, I think it
works out.
Yeah, it works out.
So if we have to
it
figure
has
out,
to work out. There's no other go.
Yeah. So if we have to figure out, if we were to figure out a way of earning a living, I think what I gathered from your story is to keep experimenting until you find that thing that works for you. And also, I'm sure while you were doing all that, you must have had moments of self-doubt, anxiety, or give up karne ka man kar diya. And this question is coming because, I have, I quit my job in 2019 and I'm kind of, in the process and all that. You just said that it has to work out. So, how do you really motivate yourself?
Because I had nothing else to do. Like, my life was like clean shit then, right? Like I had no responsibilities to take care of. I had nobody to answer to. It was just myself. So it gave me a lot of perspectives what I want to do. And if I have to do this, you will, like, no matter what, you will make it happen. Like it just comes from within. Like if you have figured out that, okay, this is the thing that I want to work towards, and this is it could be a cause, it could be a technology, it could be a research, whatever it is that you're looking at, right? It could be art, it could be music, whatever. But if you realize that this is where I want to be, you will put everything possible to make it work. It just happens.
I mean, more the risk, more you're inclined towards making it work.
But then also, it's also the fact that, like, I cannot, like, I dread the fact that if I don't do this, I have to go live in a city like Bangalore. Every time I booked my tickets to Bangalore, I would first book my return tickets and then make sure that I leave this place. Okay, like I'm having a sip of coffee, I can feel it. But in Bangalore, you'll be like working in your laptop, sipping on coffee, like, okay, that's it. It's like that. But I think that is what makes me like very motivated. And look at this view, man. Like, who doesn't get motivated with this view, right? Yeah, and it's so much interesting things happening.
But at the same time, like you said, it's motivating, but does it actually become distracting at times? Because when you witness such beautiful moments, snowfall and all, don't you feel like, sab chodo bas snowfall dekhte hain?
काफी टाइम ऐसे होता है, लेकिन जब आप अपने लिए जब काम करते हो ना, तो आप कभी भी अपने लिए ब्रेक ले सकते हो. मतलब आप कभी भी you can prioritize your work.
So we talked about various means of making a living, and one of the ways that I can think of is being a digital nomad. You can work from anywhere, especially abhi ke time pe you can work from anywhere because of the pandemic. But even otherwise, like if I take my own example, I make travel videos. So I essentially can work from here, can settle here, but at the same time I have this fear that how will I really, keep exploring places or keep traveling. So has the traveler in you taken a back seat now that you're here at this beautiful place, or you still keep traveling?
No, I travel. I still travel a lot. Even within the state, I travel a lot. Essentially because my job requires that also. I actually figured out a way of how to keep my travel alive. My cafe also was a travel cafe. And so we would move to different places, setting up cafe spots everywhere, just on the go sort of, right? I think the travel in me will probably never go away. Along with the digital nomad thing that you were mentioning, right? Trying to make the ends meet sort of. There are a lot of opportunities in the mountains. Like, there are a lot of things that the cities, have that these places don't have sort of. Like I work in agriculture, and in agriculture I can see so many wide array of opportunities that are there. People who would want to work in luxury branding, people who would want to work in marketing, people who would want to work in operations, field work, impact, so NGO. So many opportunities here. So I think it's just that you need to know what you want to work in. So
I think you should maybe you should live here for some time
Yeah.
and see for yourself what is it.
Yeah,
that really.
usually what people do is they make very random decisions that, you know, they just, like I did a very random decision. Like I would never ask anyone to do that
Okay.
random decision. I mean, before moving to mountains, or if you want to explore a new area that you are not so familiar
Mhm.
with, I would, from my experience at least,
Mm.
I would say that take a break from work, come live in this part
Yeah.
of the country throughout seasons,
Hmm.
and see if you can survive through all those
Right.
seasons, and if this life is exactly what you want,
Right.
or this is not something that you want maybe in this time, at least at this part of your life or something, then you make your decisions of quitting job and, you know, like doing, you know, whatever,
Yeah.
being an entrepreneur
Yeah.
also, or, you know, may probably starting a startup here also.
Right.
Internet facility amazing है यहाँ पे. फिर आपको सब्जी चाहिए, brilliant array of vegetables and fruits you find, like amazing array
Yeah.
of vegetable and fruits.
So as for me, one of the most important takeaways for me from the story was that, you know, it's not always the first thing that you try your hands on that will work for you.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to have
Definitely.
series of experiments and not
Yeah.
give up and
Yeah.
just keep trying until you can make it work for you.
Yeah.
So like in your story, you experimented, started with volunteering, and you did so many things, like coming from an engineering background and then doing
Never
a
thought I
job.
would do it.
And in fact, you did a job outside India as well, right?
Yeah, so I did my MBA in
Huh.
Cardiff in Wales.
Okay.
So I worked in London for 2 years.
Okay.
Then I
Then you
moved
worked in
to-
Bangalore.
I worked in, like, you name it. I was a human resource person. I worked in mergers and acquisitions, investment
Wow.
banking, all those fancy terms that you can use.
Yeah. Yeah, and now that you've tried so many things, you don't have any. I'm sure you don't have any regrets that, you know, what if.
No.
So yeah, eliminating those what ifs
Yeah.
is so necessary.
Yeah. I would say it's not about figuring out ways to make ends meet, but it is taking out that fear and making that first step forward
Yeah.
of walking towards what you want. You know, so
It's like instead of taking a 2021 resolution that I'll write a book,
yeah.
say that I'll take the first step, or, you know, I'll start just writing
write
a page.
2 sentences maybe,
Yeah.
you know, like
It's
just
like
do
that.
it.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like it's never going to be a right time. It's never going to be a right situation. It's never going to be it.
Yeah.
You just have to do it. You know, I think that's probably what I'll say for everyone. Just do it. Whatever you feel
That seems
like,
enough.
just do it. Yeah.
Thank you so much
No,
for
thank you
sharing
so much.
sharing all those insights. I'm sure it not just inspired me and the people who are so kindly watching over
Yeah.
here, our live audience, and also the audience over here.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for all this, and
Thanks for having this conversation. It was really nice talking it out.
yeah, I hope that you found something good, something helpful, something valuable in this video. Do let us know in the comments, and do also follow Thapasu Foods. The company is doing great, and the best part is that, you know, it's adding to a cause.
Yeah.
So
Subscribe to her channel. I've met so many women, but I think she's just amazing.
Oh,
You really
thank
have
you.
to watch all her videos. Okay, do it, because I am going to do it.
Thank you so much. So I'll see you next time from another video. Thank you for watching, and bye.
Bye.